everyone, welcome back. It's my YK Swedish Whiskey Girl. Today I'm here with another English whiskey. It's this little sample here, oh cheers, that I got from the English Whiskey Society's Festival Tasting Pack. Did I say that right? The English Whiskey Society Festival Tasting Pack. And it is the peated cask from the Cotswolds distillery. I think I've only tried one other whiskey from the Cotswolds distillery and I was quite amazed by it. So I'm very excited to try this one today. I believe it's done full maturation in ex-Laphroaig peated casks, which they originally sourced from the Speyside cooperage. They released and they have said that they are from Laphroaig, and I think they sourced them directly from the distillery now, and that they are Octave casks. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to try it. You can see quite pale. It was, of course, they filled the cask at filling strength, 63.5, and now it sits at 60.2. Yeah, so a single malt whiskey from England, starting to just become so curious. But let's start by having a look on the nose. It's this combination of slight smoke and some sort of fruit. Apples, yeah, apples and a touch of smoke, but quite a neutral smoke, but probably like a wood smoke, I would say. It's like when you burn wood, but when it's quite clean and neutral. In my parents' house in Sweden on the countryside, you have to keep burning wood basically in this big thing to keep the house warm, and it reminds me a little bit of that, but when it's quite clean and the wood's quite dry and everything just feels quite neutral, if that makes sense. So it's not super smoky, but you definitely get the smoke straight away. Yeah, smoke and apples. And some barley, I would say. Slight maltiness. Not overly sweet, more fruity, and then with that touch of maltiness. I know they also have a long fermentation time, I think 90 hours at Cotswolds, so they are going for quite a fruity spirit. Oh, and I think it's also 100% local barley, which is quite fun. Apples, barley, and that neutral wood smoke. But let's have a taste, Sláinte. Oh, a lovely mouthfeel. I'm glad I'm getting the same experience today as I got yesterday, because I had a wee little, I usually don't do this, but I had a little preview taste yesterday before filming this, because I was listening into the chat and I got curious. And usually, and this is just my personal preference, but usually peated casks don't tend to be my favourite. It's I don't know why, it's just a little bit, I mean, I like peated whiskey, and yeah, I know sometimes it just feels like peated casks give a touch of something, but it's not always you get the kind of beneficial flavours. You just get something that's a little bit like, ugh, if that makes sense. But this is peated cask done right, I would like to say, because it has this lovely fruity spirit, and then the smoke on top of it. You would almost not guess that it's a peated cask, that it's just a slightly peated spirit, or even a peated spirit that's gone through with a very fruity spirit and just mixed really well, because they taste very kind of combined. And the smoke, which is like that wood smoke, now more a bonfire smoke, which is just a little bit bigger on the palate. It might be that it has been matured fully in the ex-peated Islay casks that will give you that. But yeah, I think they go really well together. And my first initial thought of this was, that's nice. And a little bit surprised. has this lovely thick mouthfeel. And just a nice flavour. This makes me happy. I would probably never compare it to an Islay whiskey because it has this, it doesn't feel as coastal and oily, but it has this lovely fruity spirit with a touch of smoke that just makes me think maybe more of a peated Speyside. But I think it has a heavier body and kind of denseness than a lot of Speysides might have. So it's very much its own thing. A bit more pear maybe than apple now. It's somewhere in the mix because I think pear has a specific aroma, whereas apple's a little bit more floating in what it is, but yeah. Also 60.2, easy drinking. It's very nice here. Has a slight burn, but I think with the fruitiness is so forgiving towards that it just works. The smoke itself doesn't feel heavy, it's a little bit thinner because it's quite neutral and light, but it lingers on your palate without feeling dense or oily or coastal or like dark. It's just quite light, but very nice smoke flavour. Have I said nice a lot in this episode? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's very enjoyable. I really like this, and I don't know if this is good Cotswolds, because now I'm just building up my expectations higher and higher, and the next one I try is going to be even higher expectations for it. But yeah, I think I have a few distilleries that kind of stick out to me in England that I like keeping an eye on a little bit extra. I mean, I'm always curious about new whiskey, but Cotswolds is definitely one of those that I'm like, you guys are doing something really nice where you are. So I am so happy I've got to try this, and right at this moment I'm not feeling a lot of heavily peated whiskey. I don't know why, because I think winter, autumn is usually a good time to try it, but maybe I just need a little bit colder climate and then it will kick in. But for now, this kind of fruitiness meets smoke right up my street. It's yeah, probably one that I'll be sipping at least this little sample that I have, and then I'll see if I can get hold of a bottle this autumn. Oh, and I almost forgot, I keep forgetting this, but it sits at about £65, I believe. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried the Cotswolds? Have you tried the peated cask expression? What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? I love hearing your thoughts. And of course, if you like what I'm doing here on YouTube and my other social channels, I'd be absolutely over the moon if you consider supporting me by using my affiliate links the next time you're shopping with either Master Malt, the Whisky Exchange, or the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. All the information is in the description here below, as well as links to my website, my Teespring shop, my Patreon, or my Instagram if you're curious about that. But I hope you've all had an absolutely wonderful day. Sláinte Skål.